Yo, what's going on, Headliner Nation? Kyle back with the Fantasy Headliners. Not really breaking news this time because this news dropped yesterday, but wanted to take a few minutes just to talk about the only franchise in the NFL that makes worse decisions than the Detroit Lions. And that's going to be the Chicago Bears. Because at the QB position, it continues to be a mess. I don't think I've seen a franchise swing and miss at the position this badly in quite some time. I mean, a few years ago, making the decision to obviously go with Mitchell Trubisky over the likes of Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, among others over the last couple of years. You stuck with them. Then you traded to bring in Nick Foles and his gigantic salary. Didn't even want to play him that much last year. And then we go, well, let's go ahead and sign Andy Dalton. And listen, Bears fans, I get why you're disappointed, but it's kind of your fault. You thought all offseason long you would be getting Russell Wilson or Deshaun Watson. You can't set yourself up for failure like that. Like, I get why you were excited about it potentially happening, but y'all basically wrote it in stone. That's why you're so upset about Andy Dalton right now. But calm down a little bit, all right? Just relax. I get it. He's neither of those guys. You can still make a move in the draft, and if you draft a younger guy, a guy that might need some time, is Andy Dalton really that bad for 1 year? It could be worse. You could have Mitchell Trubisky as your quarterback. But anyway, let's take a look at the compensation real quick. Andy Dalton, 1 year, $10 million, up to $13 million with incentives. He's going to be the guy to begin with, okay? No matter what they do in the draft, no matter who they draft, unless they were to move up and get like a Justin Fields, he's probably going to be the starting quarterback. Zach Wilson would need some time. Trey Lance would need a little bit of time. Mac Jones would need a little bit of time. Andy Dalton's really not the worst case scenario for all of you, okay? Number one, he's better than Blake Bortles, and he's better than Mitchell Trubisky. And some of you will probably try to argue with me over that. Your wide receiver that was just franchise tagged does not want to be in Chicago, okay? This is at least a little bit of a step in the right direction, all right? Calm down on that. Hopefully Andy Dalton can get the ball over to Allen Robinson on a consistent basis. And keep in mind, this is a guy that hooked up with A.J. Green for the better part of his career. And A.J. Green turned out just fine. Andy Dalton can sling it. He's going to make some mistakes. He's going to throw a few interceptions here and there. But the guy is still going to, he's going to throw for over 3,000 yards. It's going to happen. Not only that, but he's pretty durable as well. That's one thing that people don't really talk about with him. Over his first few seasons in the NFL from 2011 to 2017, the dude only missed 3 games. Now, in 2018, 2019, he only played 11 and 13, but part of that was because he got benched in 2019, so they could start taking a look at other options. Obviously, Joe Burrow comes in, and then Andy Dalton is out the door. Last year as well, I don't think he gets nearly enough credit for stepping in and trying to fill in last season for Dak Prescott. Is he as good as Dak Prescott? No, absolutely not even close. But he really wasn't that bad either. He threw from week 11 to week 17 when he was consistently the guy, because before that, he started weeks 5, 6, and 7. He was inactive for a week. He landed on the COVID list another week. But then he comes back after that, and he throws for 200 yards in every single one of them. And he didn't throw more than 1 interception in any game during that time. So again, he is going to throw some interceptions here and there. His completion percentage was over 60% and well over 60% a majority of the time during that stretch last season. So again, he's not that bad. The problem is, though, is that everybody in Chicago was thinking that they were going to get Deshaun Watson or Russell Wilson. Yeah, obviously that is a step down. He's not the same as either of those guys. But when you kind of set yourself up saying, oh, that's what we're going to get, of course you're going to be disappointed. Well, listen, the name of the game right now is getting the ball to Allen Robinson on a more consistent basis than what Trubisky or Bortles did. Dalton can do that, okay? He's shown that he can do that. He has shown he could do it with A.J. Green. I'm sure he's going to be able to do it here in Chicago. Is Matt Nagy gonna listen? Matt Nagy's the biggest problem in Chicago because the dude, for being a disciple of Andy Reid, doesn't feel like he has any offensive creativity whatsoever. Okay, needs to be more creative with it. Hopefully, a thing that will help as well is finally making David Montgomery the guy last season and utilizing him towards the end of the year and making him kind of the focal point of that offense. Do that again, and then you're going to open up that passing game even more. Darnell Mooney could take a step forward and could really benefit from Andy Dalton as well. Hearing some rumblings that Anthony Miller could end up being out the door. I like Anthony Miller. He needs a little bit of a change of scenery, though, so he could be out the door. So they have some moves to still kind of make this offense a little bit better than what it was last year. Okay, I could see him bringing in a potential another offensive weapon. Probably no big names at this point. And then again, in the draft, I could imagine them trying to move up to get one of these top quarterbacks in the draft. They really should. They really should. And seeing that's only a one-year deal really locks that in. But, I mean, they could have signed Andy Dalton for cheaper than what they got Nick Foles last year. They traded for Nick Foles, and now they ended up signing Andy Dalton anyway. So, the front office is a mess right now. Y'all need a new front office. Y'all need a new head coach. You need to tear it down, redo it, okay? Part of that is going to be trading Allen Robinson. If you can get some sort of a sign-in trade where he signs his franchise, you trade him somewhere, and then the new team works out a deal with him, that's going to be best. Franchising that man didn't do it any good because he's not signing it anytime soon. Okay, if he does for some reason though, hopefully Andy Dalton will be able to get him the football consistently. But there you go, Bears fans, just calm down. Let's see what happens the rest of the season. Okay, I know you don't like this deal. I get it. But it's a lot better than Mitchell Trubisky, a lot better than Nick Foles, and it's a lot better than what some other options could have been as well. So, Headliner Nation, I'm going to get out of here in case there's any more breaking news that I got to get to. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, comment down below. I think a majority of you are going to tell me how much you hate this move, and I absolutely get it, and I understand why you hate it. But let me know in the comments what you think about the move. And then I'll be back on the next episode of the Fantasy Headliners, and I'll catch you all then. Stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.